Welcome! Have you heard of Rosy Lilienfeld? She was an Expressionist painter at a time when women in the art world were barely recognized, and when Jewish women soon had to fear for their lives. She fought against societal barriers, against illness, and against the rising tide of hatred. Her art was her lifeblood, her means of survival. Yet her journey ended at the Auschwitz concentration camp. Let's take a look at her life story. She was born in 1896 in Frankfurt am Main's West End district. She grew up in a well-to-do household with her father, a stockbroker, her stepmother Minnie, and 2 siblings. At age 19, during World War I, she worked as a nurse and, in 1918, after the war ended, decided to pursue a career as an artist. She rented a studio at the Stedel Art Institute and studied under Ugi Battenberg. As a painter, draftswoman, and wood sculptor, she became part of the Frankfurt art scene. But from the early 1920s onward, she suffered from manic depressive episodes and underwent clinical treatment on several occasions. She not only illustrated works by great writers such as Edgar Allan Poe, Dostoevsky, and Kafka, but also wrote and illustrated her own novella, now lost, titled The Kingdom Without Day. In 1935, she finally published her own book, Images for the Legend of Baal Shem. But with the rise of the Nazis, she lost everything: her studio, her livelihood, her safety. In 1939, she fled with her mother, Minnie, to the Netherlands. She was arrested in Utrecht in 1942 and, at the age of 46, murdered at Auschwitz 2 days after her arrival. Unfortunately, most of her works are considered lost. Only a few drawings survived, having been secretly saved. Let's take a closer look at her painting style and motifs. Her painting style was expressionistic in nature, featuring strong lines, intense contrasts, and an emotionally charged depiction of urban scenes. Over the course of her artistic development, she evolved from initially post-impressionist cityscapes through an increasingly expressionistic visual language to focused series of illustrations on literary and religious themes. Her favorite motifs included Frankfurt cityscapes, street scenes, and industrialized views, as well as illustrations of Jewish mystical legends and literary works in which the real and the unreal merged. Among her most significant works are Eiserner Steg Frankfurt, an image of the city as a vibrant, solitary entity. The illustrations for Joseph Roth's Job, a meditation on suffering and faith, and Images for the Legend of Baal Shem, her masterpiece in which art and religion merge into a single breath. In conclusion, she leaves behind a body of work comprising some 200 ink and charcoal drawings, illustrations, and prints, which are all the more precious today given the destruction of many of her paintings. Documenting her life's work today is like piecing together a puzzle in which, unfortunately, many pieces and works are still missing. We hope you've enjoyed this insight into the life and work of Rosy Lilienfeld. If so, subscribe to our channel for more exciting art stories. And if you have any additional information about her life and work, please share it in the comments.